I heard some distressing weather-related news a little bit ago. A bunch of sciencemen said some things, and the science ladies that they reluctantly allowed on board. They said, I want to call times real quick. For many years, we all know, for many years it was just sciencemen. And then they said, fine, we'll allow a science lady. And the first science lady was Marie Curie, who's the only person to win 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different fields of science. And she discovered radiation. And she discovered the only substance harder than diamonds. It's an avocado from Trader Joe's. What if someone weaponizes that technology, okay? If that avocado fell into the wrong hands, it would crush those hands. Because, anyway, time's back in. So the sciencemen, they said a couple things. They said every year they look at all the numbers at the end of the year, and it turns out most of the time, for most years, July is the hottest month of that particular year. And I thought back when I was a kid, all right? 4th of July, always hot, always July. So the evidence bears that out. July, hot. Okay, I'm not arguing with that. What I'm arguing with is what they said next, because what they said next was July of last year. The last July that we had was the hottest month on earth ever. And that's a big thing to say, because we're not quite done with ever yet, okay? It's a little premature to be handing out trophies, okay? We got a long time. Ever for the Earth began when the Earth began, which was 4.5 billion years and 2.5 years ago. I've done all the research. I talked to the specialists who specialize in that specialty, and they've told me that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, and that was 2.5 years ago, so you would have to add that to its age. And the Earth will continue to exist for another 5 to 7 billion years, minus the 2.5 years that we've already used up, at which time the sun turns into a red giant and consumes the Earth. So that spread, that is ever for the Earth, and we're not even halfway done, and you don't crown a champion before mid-season. All right, let's see how it plays out. It might not even be the hottest month of the decade, okay? And I'm not a gambling guy. But if I were, I'd put all my money on probably the last month of ever. I bet you that's going to be kind of hot. When the sun expands 250 times its size and turns into a 5,000-degree ball of nuclear fusion, vaporizing every atomic bond that holds the Earth's very existence together, that's got to be hotter than July. I think. A little bit.